All right. Day one went really well, beside the fact that my stomach has been killing me all day because I made the poor decision to have a cheat meal yesterday that was high in fat after 2 weeks of eating clean and low calorie, low fat. But that's my own mistake. That's beside the point. um, I am really grateful that I finally got approved to take this class. I'm really grateful for my therapist suggesting it to me and encouraging me that she thinks I would be a good fit for it, because I can already tell that this is going to be something that will help me improve my skill set to be more effective at what I want to do, because I am fully aware that I can be kind of an abrasive, intimidating, intense kind of person. And just reading through some of the materials, I can already tell that this week is going to help me improve upon some of my communication skills that I am fully aware of need work, because there's going to be opportunities for me to practice in real time with professionals that have been doing this, that can help train me and lead me. It honestly reminds me of back in 2024 when I was first starting my healing journey, and I found myself being manipulated and scammed by life coaches that think that they're doing this kind of work, but in reality, they are hurting people's mental health. They claim to be trauma informed, and I mean, I have long since realized that they have no idea what they're doing and they're not actually trauma informed, because my trauma informed coach quite literally re traumatized me and like sent me spiraling for a little while. But taking this class is just really, really putting it into perspective of how little those people actually know while claiming to be life coaches, and how manipulative they are of the people in the program, and how unethical the things that they are doing are. You know, I want to help people, and then after that whole life coaching experience, like, I didn't think I wanted to be a life coach until they played mind games with me. But um after that whole experience with them, I lost a lot of like faith and confidence within myself and the things that I wanted to do, because it just kind of soured the whole peer support kind of thing for me, because of the way that they represented it when they're not even doing it correctly or in ways that are actually trauma informed. Um, they just wanted my money. They manipulated and took advantage of my vulnerabilities, like the fact that I was dealing with the murder of my mom without any support system. They literally used my vulnerabilities to profit off of, and then they played therapist and told me what I should be doing with my life instead of like actually helping me or anyway. This is just really putting things into a deeper perspective, and it's giving me a lot more hope. And it's really nice to be in this class because I am surrounded by other people who have been through difficult situations. I'm not going to get into anything because confidentiality, but I have also been through difficult things, and I have gone through a lot of my own personal healing journey completely by myself, because as I have started making decisions to love myself and to better my life, to better myself as a person, a lot of things in my life, including people that I cared about, have fallen away from me. Because I've had to learn how to set boundaries. And, when you grow and change, not everyone wants to grow and change with you. And so my healing journey has actually been pretty lonely. And it's just really nice to be with this group of people because I really feel like I'm connecting and I feel like I have support, which is something that's really been lacking in my life. I've been trying to build my own with this YouTube channel and with my podcast, but it's been slow going because I talk about difficult things and sometimes I share controversial perspectives and I make long form content, and we live in this society where people want those quick dopamine hits with the short reels and mindless content. So it's just been really hard for me to find a place, find that connection. I get it in these short, fleeting moments with strangers, but I've been looking for just this real sense of connection with other people who are trying to grow and build their lives, help other people, be of service to humanity. And it just feels like I've found that with this class. I am super excited for tomorrow. It's a little late. I just finished all my homework. I'm gonna do a little bit of reading on the book I just started, just to give myself a little bit of like decompression from the intensity of today and the intensity of tomorrow. But I'm gonna do a daily little update of how I'm feeling about things. Do a little compilation video when I'm all done about my entire experience throughout this process. If you've been through something challenging and you have a powerful story to tell, I highly recommend looking into at least increasing your skill set by taking a peer support class, because I think it's something that could help a lot of different people, help us communicate better, help us find more empathy and understanding for each other. Yeah, it's always good to learn and to grow. Anyway, see you tomorrow. It's day 2. I just wanted to give a little bit about how I'm feeling. We're about midday right now. I've been a little overwhelmed and in my head as we've been doing some role playing, because I'm the kind of person that has a really hard time pretending to be something that I'm not. And I feel like it's a lot easier to flow in natural conversation. I've been learning more about my peers and kind of sharing more about myself, and I've been feeling really supported, and like I'm making genuine connections, and like these people actually care about me as a human being as we're having these real, authentic conversations versus the role playing of it all. But that's one of my mental blocks. I'm excited to see how the rest of the day goes. This is a good group of people, and I love the instructors. So it's real interesting because today's theme is all about like communication and stigma. And I've had some stuff going on, not just in life outside of this class, but something happened in the class today that left me feeling a little invalidated and misunderstood by one of the instructors. It kind of felt like sharing my perspective, which was asked for, didn't really matter, which made me feel some type of way, to be honest. But time's passed. It's been a little bit. Something else happened later,
And the one that made me feel that actually noticed me in another way, which felt really good. And I definitely feel like my skills are improving and I'm feeling really supported. And I love getting to know the people within this class because they all seem like really awesome people, really interesting people, intelligent. I know that the people that I'm working with are going to make a big difference in this world, and I'm grateful for this experience and getting to meet and get to know them all. Real quick, I just wanted to add one more little thing regarding like the instructor. Hey, we all make mistakes, right? Sometimes we don't understand how we impact others. And it's all about offering a little bit of grace and mercy, especially in those smaller moments that seem really personal in the moment, but they aren't. Oh, and none of us communicate perfect 100% of the time. In fact, a lot of us struggle with communication issues, including me, which is part of the reason why I am so grateful to be taking this class to improve my skill set. Okay, I just finished day 3, and I gotta say, I am getting so much more out of this class than what I anticipated. I was just kind of hoping on honing some skills, but I have been having these massive light bulb moments where I'm finally understanding the direction of what I'm trying to create. I'm refining my ideas and having these new ideas. I've already started changing my website. I started during my lunch break. I don't want to give too much information, but this is really helping me figure out exactly what I want my goals and my dreams, my ambitions to look like. And it's helping me learn how to put it into action. I started having the light bulb moments kind of going off yesterday, but then it was starting to cut on yesterday. And then today, just bright light bulb. It's just really interesting because going back to my whole life coach experience, I'm really grateful that I went through that, even though they scammed me out of a lot of money and re-traumatized me. It taught me exactly what I don't want to be doing with my project and exactly what I don't want to do to people. It showed me that aspect of it, the unethical side of the healing modality that I'm trying to bring into the world. But then I'm going through this class, which is teaching me more of like the legal code of ethics of everything, as well as, human right ethics. A lot of the same values that I had myself, of course, but this class is really helping me get a better grasp on it and understanding of how to approach things without violating those ethics. Again, it's honing in on my skills. It's also been really helping me with self-reflection. I already had some things that I knew that I needed to work on, but this class has been helping me identify further, and it's also been giving me tools and resources on how to address the things that I had already identified within myself. And just 3 days, and I feel like I've made a lot of improvement, and I'm finding a lot of purpose and motivation in my life. Even if I do not follow through with getting my certification in this field, it's helping guide me to a higher purpose overall. And that's exciting. I highly recommend everybody take some kind of class that teaches you how to communicate and have empathy and understanding for other human beings, how to set boundaries, the importance of boundaries, and the importance of having like an ethical code when interacting with other people. And I mean, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We're always going to come under criticism no matter what we're doing or how good we try to be. That's just part of being human. When you exist, you're open to criticism, especially if you're existing openly. And that shouldn't scare you, because criticism is how we grow. Being uncomfortable is how we grow. And how do we, if we're unhappy with where our lives are, or we're confused about how we want to move forward in life, how do we find the answers to those questions if we're not willing to explore, if we're not willing to learn? I really want to take other classes besides this one, and I'm just really excited right now. I can't wait for tomorrow because I get to share my story, and I can't wait to hear everybody else's stories. I've heard some bits and pieces here and there, and I'm just so happy that I've gotten to connect with the people that I have connected with, because everybody has something to learn. Everybody has something to teach. Everybody has something of value. And I just love learning about people. People are interesting. Life is interesting. Everybody's got a story to tell, and I want to hear it. Today was day 4 of my class, so tomorrow is the last day. And I'll be honest, I have really enjoyed the class. I have made a bunch of wonderful connections. I've learned a lot. It's helped me hone in on skills that I knew I needed to prove upon, and it's helped me with some self-reflection. But I am so grateful that tomorrow is the last day, because I am not used to sitting at a desk for 40 hours a week. I haven't been able to do any of my self-care practices, and I have found myself just kind of falling back into this old state of being. It's no wonder so many people struggle with their mental health, anxiety, depression, making healthier lifestyle choices, because the burnout is so real. I am so fortunate that I have a support system that has helped provide and take care of me as I have gone through my healing process and figuring out what it is that I want to do with my life. I know it's something that a lot of people do not have the luxury of having, and I'm just really grateful. I'm ready for this class to end so I can really get some rest in, get back on track with my self-care, finish reworking the page on my website that I have under construction, and really start trying to move forward with my goals and what it is that I want to create. Also, on the note of sitting at a desk for 40 hours, I haven't really been able to go to the gym since I've been in this class, because between class time and the homework, it takes up
my whole day. It takes up all of my energy. But I did manage to go to the gym yesterday. I started experiencing peripheral neuropathy after 30 minutes on the treadmill, which is a symptom that kind of comes and goes for me, depending on like how much I'm sitting at a desk somewhere or sitting on my bed, or even if I'm standing for too long. It's just a part of having a collapsed L5 in my spine. I'm used to being able to like get up periodically and move around throughout the day. I have actually been really active over the last 2 months, and then just kind of taking this week off from it. I'm really feeling the lack of exercise in my body, and I'm just really ready to get back to it. Once again, another night where I'm not getting much sleep. I haven't slept much all week, but that's okay. I've made it through. And we will see what tomorrow holds. I'm excited to get my certificate of completion of training, not my actual certification, but stating that I've gone through this training. I just finished my class. And of course, I'm emotional that it's over. This has been an incredible experience that I am so grateful I got the opportunity to have. I went into this with the goal of increasing my skill set and improving my communication skills, because I know there are things that I need to work on as I've been observing and reflecting on myself throughout the entire last year that I have been interacting with people and putting myself out into the world in such a public way to make mistakes and potentially be criticized for my mistakes, which has been a really challenging process for me, learning how to get over that fear of being seen and being heard, being vulnerable, showing the world that I'm a human. And I got everything that I wanted out of this class, and then some. I have had breakthroughs about my own personal path. When I had my breakthrough and I accepted my way forward, I just started having these creative ideas flow through my head. It's given me so much clarity on how to move forward with what I'm trying to bring into this world. I have connected with amazing people. I genuinely care about every single person that I got the privilege of getting to speak to and learn about over this last week. Connections that I know I'm going to maintain. My personal healing journey has been very lonely because I'm on this shamanic life path where I was forced into this hermit state by spirit, losing my car, losing my job, losing my family, all of my friends. I've lost pretty much everything I care about except for my dogs and music festivals and the fleeting interactions that I have with strangers at those. And something I've really been missing within my life is community. And I lost all these people that I cared about because I was ready to grow and I was ready for something more. And sometimes people just can't come with you in the moment because they're not ready or they're not conducive to your growth, and it's nothing bad about them. It's just sometimes you gotta choose yourself, right? And this class has connected me with people that are on a journey similar to mine. All of our paths look different, but we're all committed to growth, self-love, and service to other human beings, service to helping humanity. And it just feels really, really good to finally have this connection that I have been missing in my life that this class provided. I also really, really enjoyed our instructors. They were two wonderful women that were very clear and made the material easy to understand. They were great at answering questions. They were friendly. They had jokes. One of them in particular, she has a synchronicity. It's butterflies. And she acknowledged the story of how, butterflies, when they go into their cocoon, they don't, when the caterpillar goes into its cocoon, it doesn't just go from caterpillar to butterfly. Caterpillars actually liquefy when they're inside of their cocoon, and they only keep what they need from their existence as a caterpillar in order to become the butterfly. So they literally, this metamorphosis becomes something completely new from just a few raw materials from their previous life. And I love that she knew that, and that she chose the butterfly for this deep, meaningful reason, because it really resonated with me and why I chose the honeybee. She asked me what my sign behind me said, and I just want to read it for you real quick. Advice from a honeybee. Create a buzz. Work together. Sip life's sweet moments. Stick close to your honey. Mind your own beeswax. Always find your way home and be yourself. With my shamanic life path, I am this firm believer that the greatest medicine that we have as human beings is the natural world. Our greatest teacher that we have as human beings is the natural world. And it's time we start reconnecting to our planet and caring about something greater than ourselves. Humans don't own the earth. Humans are stewards of the earth. And everything just started really clicking for me thanks to this class. I've already started changing my website. I can't wait to bring it into reality. I'm going to take some time to kind of rest and recuperate because this class has taken a lot out of me. I am not used to a 40-hour work week because since I'm on disability and I've just been really focused on my creativity and self-care, this week has been really hard for me to maintain my self-care practices. I tried going to the gym on Wednesday, and after sitting at this desk for 3 days straight, I started having peripheral neuropathy in my legs as a result of the spinal injury that I received being assaulted by the police. So I'm just gonna take a couple of days to kind of get back on track with my self-care, and then I'm really gonna work towards bringing my ideas into reality. I'm going to post a video with my story that I shared within the group, and I just feel really good having more direction and more clarity. Life is this... I've been waiting for this class since October, and I was frustrated that I had to wait so long, but the reality is everything happens when it's meant to happen, and it's all about learning to trust the process. Had it happened any sooner, I wouldn't have had my website launched. I wouldn't have already had the foundation that I needed to build upon. I wouldn't have the direction that I have now by taking the class at this point in time. Throughout my entire healing and self-discovery journey, I have learned that life is this magical unfoldment. You know, you hear people talk about life being a spiral. You know, we go in these circles, and it's about finding your way out of the circle into the spiral. Once you find your way to that spiral, even when you're stuck in the cycle, that can be part of the spiral, because every little moment of our lives is part of this great unfoldment of who we're meant to become and our destiny. And some of my greatest lessons, some of my greatest periods of growth, my greatest periods of self-development, and some of the experiences that I am the most grateful for because they were catalysts for me, have been the most painful experiences that I have ever had in my life. And rather than allowing those experiences to harden and close off my heart, I've just allowed it to crack me open to deeper levels of self-love, empathy, and compassion for myself and for others. And I'm just so grateful for this life, both the good and the bad. I really hope I can make a positive impact in this world. That's all I want. I just want to help humanity. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the gym because I haven't been in a minute, and we finished early today. I got a dog sit for my sister this weekend. But that is my experience taking a peer support class. I highly recommend anyone look into any kind of classes that you can take that help you improve your communication or your coping skills. Further education is so important, and I also think it's really important to learn skills that help you with other human beings, because that is part of the reason why our planet is suffering, is because as humans we don't tend to think about the impact we have on the world around us, whether it's other people or the environment. And we're just at this great precipice where we need to start making decisions about how we want to move forward and what kind of world we want to live in. Do we want to give up hope and just continue on this downward spiral, or do we want to have faith, take a chance on something new, embrace the uncertainty of change, and elevate into something greater as the human race? I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, week, month, year, and life. Remember to be curious. Question everything. Most of all, stay sweet, honeybee. Sting when it counts.